Hey everyone! Welcome to another episode of Anime. If you haven't been here before, I'm Mel, the host of this channel. We're gonna change things up a little bit here today. The past few episodes that I've released have been really action, battle, adventure, shonen, heavy type of anime. And for those of you out there that really like the slice of life, wholesome anime that just makes you smile from ear to ear for absolutely no reason, this episode is for you. School Babysitters Club is a really wholesome anime that's very short, so short that you could finish it in a weekend, that revolves around essentially babies. The story starts off with two of our main characters, who are Ryuichi and Kotaro. They tragically lost their parents in an airplane accident, but get adopted by the director of the school. After reading their sad story in a newspaper, she decides to adopt the kids who are without guardian at this point. In exchange for adopting them and taking care of them fully, Ryuichi, or Ryu to keep it short, must become part of the school babysitter club. It's basically daycare, but they're trying to make a club out of it. And while Ryu is a babysitter there, Kotaro will stay at the daycare center during the daytime while Ryu is in classes. After having lost both of their parents, the relationship between brothers seemed to be very distant, but they come and they start to foster a closer relationship while both of them are at this babysitter club or this daycare. And not only does Ryu and Kotaro's relationship grow, but Kotaro, the toddler that he is, builds relationships with the children that also attend the babysitter club. And Ryu also attains some friends at his high school who join the babysitter club with him. What makes this so wholesome is the interaction between these teenagers and the children. The kids are so naive, they're but toddlers, some of them even younger, and they don't kind of understand the ways of the world yet. But that's also what makes it so funny. There's a moment in one of the episodes in which a student that doesn't really do well with children decides to come visit the club. And when she first arrived, all of the kids are really enamored by her and they really want to engage with her. But here's the thing, what she doesn't know and what we don't know yet is that they're so excited to see her because her breasts remind the little kids of their mom's breasts. So intuitively speaking, as children, they're like, oh my God, your breasts look just like my mom's breasts. And they just go, whoop. And Ryu is a very calm, cool, collected character throughout the storyline. But whenever the kids do something that's very inappropriate or unhinged, he makes these hilarious faces that kind of indicate he's thinking what the audience is saying, which is, what the f is going on here? What are these kids doing? Stop them! And the story also explores the relationships that each of the kids have with their families, which is all different and funny and cute. So if you're looking for a slice of life, wholesome anime to warm your heart, but you also love babies and you want to laugh a little bit, then you should watch School Babysitters. Play It Cool Guys is a different kind of wholesome. This storyline explores a group of men ranging from the ages of 17, 16 to late 20s and explores all of their different quirks and how they navigate their lives with these quirks. Because the funny thing is that they all are extremely clumsy, hence the name why it's called Play It Cool Guys. Because each of them, when they kind of do something that is a little bit embarrassing, they each try to play it off in their own way. Hayate is a really smart college student who's very good at economics, but for some reason seems to forget a lot of his things at home or in different locations. When he finds out that he's done something a little bit clumsy, he tends to get really embarrassed and tries to play it off. Shun is a really athletic high school student that is so overly confident that when he does something clumsy, he kind of almost pretends like it never happened, or that he intended it to be that way. But sadly, no one's really buying it. Mima is one of the oldest characters. He's a salaryman who's about 27 years old. Whenever he does something clumsy, he actually never realizes it. He's oblivious to the fact that he's done something clumsy. But I think that's what makes him so charming, and all of his coworkers kind of fawn over him for that reason. Soma is around the same age as Hayate, but he chose to go to vocational school. He's really into art, and whenever he does something clumsy, he always looks at the positive side of it. And I've got to say, I really admire his character a lot out of the other characters for his approach to his clumsiness. And the funny thing about all of this is that these characters all stumble upon each other throughout the story out of acts of clumsiness at times. And they build a friendship and help each other kind of accept the different sides of their clumsiness, because they have both good sides and bad sides, and therefore they should all accept different parts of themselves. It ends up being a very heartwarming story as these five build a relationship together and build like a friend group despite their different ages and their different interests. And to top it off, while all of them are innately clumsy, because they all try to play it cool and play it off, it almost makes the clumsy act itself look cool on the outside. Skip and Loafer is nominated for one of the best romance anime for 2023 in the 2024 Crunchyroll Awards. Wow, that's a mouthful. And while it is categorized as a romance, and there definitely are romance elements, what I love most about this is there definitely is a big emphasis on friendship. And the story mostly starts off out as a wholesome friendship between two contrasting characters and how they both help each other grow in different aspects. Mitsumi is the lead female character of the story, who moves from a very faraway town to Tokyo in order to help her realize her lifelong dreams. She's a really straightforward, earnest, and honest character that ends up being quite refreshing in her classroom, where people wear lots of masks to hide some of their quote-unquote bad sides, or some of the sides that they're embarrassed of. Since Mitsumi is so honest and different from some of her other classmates, she ends up drawing all sorts of different people to her that don't normally interact within the same groups. Mitsumi really helps some of these characters kind of unburden themselves from hardships that they have. And Shima, who is the male lead in Skip and Loafer, finds himself a little attracted and interested in Mitsumi because he's able to also learn to be more honest with the others around him about his feelings and what he really wants out of life. He's a very aloof character who always is very, again, mysterious, very smiley, but seems to be hiding things. He's able to open up and truly express some of his desires and emotions that he's been keeping in all this time before meeting Mitsumi. And with Mitsumi coming to Tokyo to help kind of realize her dreams, she also tends to be a little bit uptight and very nose in books. Shima helps her loosen up a little bit and enjoy some of the more funner aspects in life. Because studying and trying to focus solely on your dream is not always the way to go. You kind of need to enjoy the journey along the way as well. My New Boss is Goofy is a cute anime centralized around men in the workplace. So salarymen, essentially. Momose quits his job to go work at another agency or corporation where hopefully his boss won't harass him. And on the first day at his new job, while Momose is really scared that his new boss potentially might be another power-abusing figure, he quickly learns and continues to learn throughout the 12-episode show that his new boss, Shirosaki, is actually a little bit goofy and clumsy. Shirosaki and Momose end up building a really close, empathetic boss-employee relationship that ends up growing into a friendship. At some point in the show, they become roommates, they adopt its cat, not together, but they find the cat together. This cat, Hakuto, is so damn cute. They give him a voice actor, so we're able to hear Hakuto's thoughts, because you know, he's a cat, he can't talk. But he also ran away from his owner due to power abuse or harassment. They end up introducing other characters who are also like clumsy, or like clingy, or like goofy, and other characters that have also suffered from power harassment from their bosses. So it ends up being really wholesome in the way that the two characters that came from other corporations where their bosses used to harass them and exude their authority upon them, grow and outgrow that trauma so that they're able to actually enjoy their jobs. Now, while work is work, sometimes being able to find a great place with great people to enjoy your job is not bad either. But the biggest draw of this anime is that Shirosaki, who is Momose's boss, is just this really pure-hearted, protective, empathetic, but really goofy and clumsy character that the other characters and the audience just can't help but going, "Aw, he's quite cute. I wanna put him in a box and take him home, because you just want to protect Shirosaki at all costs. Certainly, there is a whole host of other wholesome slice of life anime out there. These are just some of my favorites or some of the few that I want to share with you. Let me know in the comments below what are your favorite slice of life or wholesome anime that you like to watch, or if there are some on this list that you've never heard about. And if you have seen some of the anime on this list, let me know your thoughts about them in the comments below as well. If you enjoyed this video, please check out some of the other videos on my page. Thank you all for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Keep an eye out for the next video. This has been Annie Mel. I'm the host Mel, and I will catch you all next time. Bye!